representation, I want to get into the next topic about the blackface incident that happened, or what they're calling blackface. This is on Instagram representation. Even beauty bloggers out there have been doing this. Isn't the first story I've heard of a beauty blogger turning someone's actual color into something else. You saw Kylie Jenner, I think it was a couple of years ago, that did the same thing. But one beauty blogger decided to turn the color of one white girl's skin into something a little darker, and now people are reacting. Dina, you want to go ahead and take the story?
Yeah, so basically this beauty blogger said, hey, this is the before and after. You can see on the left of your screen the before, the right is the after. She went on to say that she wasn't trying to do anything racially discriminatory here. She was just trying to use her craft and her art to basically change the image of this person. But of course, the history of blackface has been very negative and very controversial. And for many, many years, black people were not allowed to be in performances, and white people had to paint their faces to appear darker. And this obviously is not a moment in our history that people are proud of. And so when she did this, she got a lot of backlash. That blogger then made her account private. People had already taken screenshot grabs of it and shared it, and they said it doesn't matter what your caption said, whether you're trying to say you're not trying to be, you know, something, but in posting this, you were. So now she's getting a lot of backlash, and I think at this point, most people don't see any humor in it. They don't see that it's positive. I'm seeing mostly negative.
Well, then, and if you start off your Instagram post with saying, I want to clearly express a sincere place I'm coming from with this transformation, going on and on, this is not about race or change. Before you even get the backlash, then you know you're going to get the backlash. Like, I don't, like, at this point, I don't understand.
So that was posted, that was not in response to the retaliation?
It seems, no, this was when she posted it. So,
come on.
Again,
come on.
I don't, it's 2017 and we're still having the conversation. Wearing someone's race isn't a costume.
Isn't a costume.
Like, I don't understand why we're still doing that. And yes, I understand from her perspective where she says she wants to celebrate the beauty in other cultures, but you could have done that in a more powerful way by actually using a black woman and doing her makeup, because black women are the most disenfranchised group of people in America. You could have done that.
You don't have to paint
You don't
faces.
have to you don't have to do that by using a white woman to prove your point. Like, that's
what is the intrigue? What do you think the intrigue is? At this day and age?
I don't even think it's an intrigue. I think it's just pure ignorance. Because if I tell you something bothers me, or as people of color, it bothers us, and you hear me, but you're not listening,
and you're still doing,
then it's a choice to be ignorant. Because again, if people are saying, you know what, I take that as blackface and I'm offended, and then people are like, no, it's not, you shouldn't be offended, but I'm telling you it does. So as a human being, you should listen to us.
Because I am of the culture.
Don't tell me what I shouldn't feel. So the fact that we're even still doing this, to me, I just don't understand. Like, it's just,
it's like, to me, it's a slap in the face. And if okay, so we're looking at more photos here. Is this that person's account?
It must be.
Okay,
this is her account.
This is her account. So obviously she loves to have very dramatic looks, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm looking at, I don't know what that is, contour gone wrong, or it's the process of, but very dramatic makeup using colors. I get all of that, but when you're talking about the color of someone's skin in terms of representation of race, don't go there.
Well, and then
don't go there.
And
just,
then too,
and be conscious of our country's history.
Right.
If you're a makeup artist, you got to know your history too.
And being black isn't like wearing a sweater. Let me say that. You can't put it on when it's cool, and when it gets hot, you want to take it off again. It's not that way. That's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
So just the idea of that, and again, even if you disagree, if someone who is a part of the offended group says, this offends me because of this, and you try to tell them that they do not have a right to feel that way, or that they shouldn't, based on you've never been put in that situation again, then I need you to go in the mirror and ask yourself why you're doing that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm saying this offends me, as a human, if Dina told me something offends her, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's talk about it, and I want to understand.
Right, right. And I think that's where that conversation often gets completely it just doesn't happen. I think people get to the point where they say, well, I think that it shouldn't offend you, or I think that that shouldn't matter to you, because in my opinion, it doesn't do that to me. That's the whole point of this conversation. We all are from different backgrounds. We all have different things that are going to offend us or make us excited or make us angry because of all the places we've been from. And that's why being open-minded, having the dialogue, having the conversations is important. And when you don't agree with something or understand something, take that as hey, maybe I can take an extra step and find a way to understand more about it. Why is it that I didn't think that they would be offended? Maybe I should do a little bit more research internally.
That disclaimer with the sirens and the emojis, I think this was all to start this. Exactly what we're doing.
Maybe
start
it was
that
publicity,
for the
you
attention,
think?
because now, I'm looking at this and I'm going, oh, the eyelashes are cool. I wonder what eyelashes those are. Yeah, I'm attracted to that makeup. But the minute you bring in something cultural like that and race offending, I'm turned off, but I'm also interested to know who this is. So maybe for publicity, maybe not. Speaking of something that is obviously making the rounds on social media, this just came down, and producer Billy, who we talk about all the time, just got in my ear to let me know that Ariana Grande, that Manchester benefit show that she talked about, I'm not sure if you guys are up to speed, so we know that incident that happened last week, 22 killed, more than 116 injured in that Manchester suicide bombing at the Ariana Grande concert. Well, now Ariana Grande, who went back home to Florida, came out and said, I'm going to go back and be with the people of Manchester and hold a benefit concert, and we just are learning now what this lineup looks like. So we know that Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, Coldplay, Pharrell Williams, Usher, Take That, let's see who else, Katy Perry are all going to be part of this benefit concert, which I think is a pretty big deal. They're going to step onto the grounds there in Manchester, and basically going off of what Ariana's open letter to the people of Manchester, what it said was, we can't let fear win. We can't let them win. We can't let these terrorists win. So I'm interested to see who else is going to join this lineup. It does say more. So,
That's powerful, though, to hear all those big names taking a stand in that way.
Taking a stand.
And to be there, too, you have to imagine for their fellow artists, for Ariana Grande. I know when this happened, all the artists kind of came out to say, we are with you. This was not your fault. We're so sorry. So in support of her, and obviously in support of the fans, and making sure that, you know, our communities aren't completely rocked and shaken to their core to try to keep us together. So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And before, we're going to get to Bachelorette right now before we wrap up, but I just got to let you know that tickets will be on sale through Ticketmaster starting on June 1st, which is coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And all the net ticket proceeds will go directly to the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund, which was set up to aid grieving families and victims of the attack.